Welcome back to FX for another price prediction update, and in this video I'll be giving you a price prediction update on Aave, whose current price stands at the $60.8 mark, and here on TradingView the market is down by 0.33%. And in this video I want to give you the key scenarios that I expect to play out basing my analysis on the Elliot wave structures and the Fibonacci's. And I'll kickstart the video by painting a picture of the wider view of what has been happening here on the Aave chart. And from what you can see here on the chart, you can see that after the chart started down here, we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side, seeing the formation of that first wave to the upper side. Then after seeing the formation of that first wave, we have been expecting a retracement to the lower side in the formation of a wave 2. Then after seeing the low of that second wave, I'm expecting an impulsive movement to the upper side in the formation of a wave 3, then expect a wave 4, and then continue pushing higher in the formation of a wave 5. And right now there are chances that we might have seen the low of this second wave, and whatever we are seeing right here in this movement that I have right here is the formation of a third wave to the upper side. And if I jump to the 4-hour chart, here on the 4-hour chart at around the $46.3 mark, that is where we made the low for that second wave that I have shown you on the daily chart. And after making that low, I'm expecting a very nice bounce to the upper side in the formation of a wave 3, which is an impulsive movement. And after seeing our low at around the $46 mark, and after making our low at around the $46 mark, Aave has been pushing to the upper side in an Elliot wave structure that I have right here. And if I draw it out, we can have these as the first wave to the upper side, then a wave 2, then a wave 3, then we have seen a retracement over here in the formation of a wave 4, then then we saw a very nice bounce to the upper side in the formation of that wave 5 to the upper side. And getting a little bit into the details of the formation of this Elliot wave structure that I have right here to get to see whether this Elliot wave structure has done the minimum that we expect, using the trend based Fibonacci, connecting it from the low of that first wave to the high of that first wave, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave, we can get to see whether that wave 3 has done the minimum that we expect it to do by going back to the fib level 1.618, and that is at around the $106 mark. And you can see the high that we have over here in the formation of a wave 3 was in at around the $102 mark, meaning that wave 3 has done the minimum that we expected it to do. Also dragging the fibs to the high of that wave 3, we can get a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of this higher Elliot wave count 5 over here, and that is at around the $0.618 mark, and that is at around the $123.3 mark. And we made our high at around the $116 mark, meaning there's a $6 difference between the high that we have sketched out using the trend based Fibonacci and the high that we have here on the charts. And that is still a valid wave 5 to the upper side. And removing the Fibonacci's from my charts, this movement to the upper side obeying this Elliot wave structure to the upper side, we can now name this as a higher Elliot wave count 1 to the upper side. So whatever we have over here is an impulsive movement completing the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 1, and whatever we expect next after seeing the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 1 is a movement to the lower side in the formation of a wave 2 over here. That is a higher Elliot wave count 2, and because a wave 2 is a corrective wave, we also expect to see an ABC corrective movement also play out over here. And we are seeing such a structure right here, having this as the wave A, then a wave B making its peak at around the $98.5 mark. Then we have continued pushing lower, making a new low at around the $53.6 mark in the formation of that wave C. And having seen the formation of a wave that is higher Elliot wave count 2, and I can name it over here, having this as a higher Elliot wave count 2, then whatever I'm expecting next is another impulsive movement to the upper side in the formation of a higher Elliot wave count 3 to the upper side. And because the wave 3 to the upper side is also an impulsive movement, we also expect to see an impulse that is fractal waves in formation within that wave to the upper side. And jumping to the 1-hour chart so that we can see what we have here on the Aave chart on the 1-hour chart, you can see after making a low for that ABC corrective movement, and that is the low for that higher Elliot wave count 2, we have been seeing a very nice bounce to the upper side here on the Aave chart, and this movement has also been obeying the Elliot wave structures. And if I draw them out, we can have this as the first wave to the upper side, then this is the wave 2, then I'm expecting a wave 3 to the upper side, then expect a retracement to the lower side in the formation of a wave 4, then continue pushing higher to the in the formation of a wave 5 to complete a higher Elliot wave count 1, which is a fractal wave within that third wave to the upper side, which I have said is an impulsive wave, and we expect to see fractal waves in formation within that third wave to the upper side. And using the trend based Fibonacci, we can sketch out a minimum target area to the upper side in the formation of this wave 3 by connecting the trend based Fibonacci from the low of that first wave to the high of that first wave, then dragging the fibs to the low of the second wave, and that gives me a minimum target area to the upper side, either using the fib ratios 1:1 fib ratios, and that gives me a minimum target area at around the $63 mark, and using the 1.8 fib level we get a minimum target area at the $67 mark. So there are two possible scenarios that can play out over here. Either the high for this wave 3 is in at around the $63 mark, which is a target area that we have now fully maximized, and then we can expect a retracement over here in the formation of that wave 4 over here, and I can mark the area at around the 1.618 fib level over here, because I'll be getting into that in a few. And assuming the high is in at around the $63 mark, then whatever we are seeing over here might be a retracement to the lower side in the formation of that high wave 4 over here. And using the Fibonacci's, we can get a minimum target area in the formation of that wave 4 between the fib level 0.5 and the fib level 0.618, which perfectly lies between the $58.3 mark and the $57.2 mark, and I can mark that target area here on the charts like that. So that is the first possible scenario that can play out here on the Aave chart. We can either continue retracing in the formation of this wave 4 over here, then continue pushing higher in the formation of a wave 5. The other possibility is that maybe the high is not in at around the $63 mark, and we might continue pushing higher, make it to around the $67 mark, where we have the fib ratio, the fib level 1.618, and once we get to that target area, then we can expect a retracement over here in the formation of a wave 4 before we continue pushing higher in the formation of a wave 5. So those are the two possible scenarios that can play out here on the 1 hour chart of the Aave chart. Also taking a look at the indicators here on the 1 hour chart, here on the 1 hour RSI we are trading at around the 50 mark, meaning we have massive room for us to support any movements either to the upper side or to the lower side. Any movements to either side will still be supported. Also taking a look at the MACD, here on the MACD you can see we have printed a bearish cross, and that would mean lower prices are coming our way. So let's be patient and see how that plays out, and I'll keep you updated.